Get back or like there's things he was just practicing that dude as he works to get back to defense.
I'm happy to have Stingley back out practicing. We'll see how his week goes, see how he progresses.
But the second part, just when he's back, what do you
We'll see whenever he has the opportunity to get back. We'll see.
Hey, Coach, I know with the offensive line, you guys have been putting like the best starting five out there, but I know that's still going to be the case. But at any point, would you guys consider moving Titus Howard back to right guard, or will he play left guard for the rest of the
And we'll continue to put our best five out there for our offensive line when it comes to moving guys around, all those things. That's more internal coaches' decisions of things we'll handle.
I'm sure there's a lot, but what would you say is the biggest challenge when facing Joe Burrow?
The biggest challenge facing Joe is you have to be tight in coverage, right? Joe does a really good job of going through his progressions, and he can pick you apart very easily. So you have to be on it. You have to be on your communication. Everybody has to be exactly where they're supposed to be. If you're off a hair, he'll make you pay. So that's the toughest thing playing against Joe, and also it's just his accuracy. He's very accurate. He gets the ball out quick. A ton of playmakers around him, right, where he can throw checkdowns and they can take it and turn it into explosive. So we have to tackle well when the ball is out, but you have to be tight with your communication when you're playing against such a good quarterback.
When you were defensive coordinator and you were coming up on a team in which the quarterback had played great, you would make adjustments based on what he did well. When you're watching Stroud, do you anticipate what the defense may be going to, like say the Bengals, see what he did well against the Bucs? Can you anticipate what changes they're going to try to make to counteract what he's doing?
When it comes to planning, when you are playing quarterbacks who are coming off a really good game, you can try to anticipate some things that they may do different, but again, you just have to go off of what you see on the film. And you just have to be prepared for what you've seen. There are a lot of unexpected things that happen, and in that moment, right, you expect good players to have instincts and react, right, when they do see things differently. So, CJ has been doing a great job of that, reacting and making plays off schedule when that time comes.
Is that easier for a veteran quarterback compared to a rookie like him, or is he making those adjustments like a veteran?
I think it gets easier with the more reps that you get, but I would say CJ is a very instinctive player, and he's made some instinctive plays that weren't quite on script, but he was able to make an instinctive play and turn it into a big play for us. So that's what playing in this league is all about: players who are instinctive, players who can make plays. You coach it one way, you expect certain things to happen, you expect certain looks, but things change in the blink of an eye. So as a player, are you capable enough, are you good enough to make those adjustments on the fly and still be a productive player in this league?
You mentioned instinctive play. I've heard that often from players. What might be an example that really impressed you most of an instinctive play that you made?
It's when you see pressure, when you see something that was not expected, and still being able to go to your answers when you do find that pressure and do it in a quick manner, right, where you're not putting the team in a negative spot.
What do you think about CJ being honored with the Offensive Player of the Week?
Huge honor for CJ getting the Offensive Player of the Week, well deserved. And when you throw for that many yards, break records, is well deserved, and it's a credit to him and the work that he's put in. Also a credit just to our entire offense. Right? He doesn't get that done without the other men around him. So just happy for CJ and all the accolades that he's receiving. And he has a lot more to come. Right? If he continues to do what he's been doing, you expect those accolades to continue.
If Kaimi has to miss, is 3 days enough to get a good sense of what exactly Amendola is capable of doing for you guys?
We'll see. We got a kicker ready at halftime last week, so we'll see. We'll see what happens.
How difficult is it to game plan when you have to deal with so many injuries throughout the week? I know you have the next man up mentality, but not knowing the status of these players are going to be there now, how hard is that for you?
It doesn't stop our process. We go through the same process. Hey, things happen. That's life, man. Things don't go your way all the time. So, I continue to smile through it. And, hey, we're going to have our best guys out there, whoever is available. We're going to have our best guys out there, and we're going to play Texan brand of football.
Back to you, take a few more. Back to your earlier point about instinctive players like CJ, considerable on defense. How much do you guys like that make your job and your staff's job easier by and all this?
For sure, it makes your job a lot easier when you have players, right, who can, can make what we call those instinctive plays. Those are the best players in the league. Like, a lot of guys can just line up and do what the playbook says, but it's the guys who can do that extra, guys who can diagnose things quicker than others. Those are the guys who stand out when they are smart players, instinctive players. Those are the guys who stand out, and they make big plays consistently each week based on their instincts.
The Bengals defense, in particular DJ Ritter and Henderson, what do you see about their front, linebackers, overall demo defense?
Bengals have a good defensive front, starting with 91 on the edge. Henderson does a really good job, run game, pass game, right, getting after it, and he's relentless. He doesn't stop. Good motor, good finisher, all the way across the board. I think what impresses me the most about their defense is just how they attack the football, right? They make you pay, right? They catch the interceptions that you throw. They're not dropping them, right? They force fumbles. They do a really good job of playing together. They play fast, right? They have a really good scheme with their pressures, whether it's nickel pressure, safety pressure. Coach Lou does a really good job of mixing it up, the skies element of what they're doing. They're a very well-coached defense, much respect for what they do defensively, one of the top defenses in this league.
You mentioned a couple more, obviously Joe Burrow has the big part is accuracy. From your perspective, what's the balance in trying to confuse him with some of the coverages, but also not wanting to do too much to where you guys have a bust and now he can easily pick that apart?
When it comes to just mixing things up for the quarterback, it's about us and what we need to do, right? Making sure our guys are comfortable with what we're doing and making sure that we can play fast as opposed to trying to do something to confuse the opponent, right? If we played our strengths and we play well, we're exactly where we're supposed to be. Now it's up to our guys to step up and make plays, and that's what the game will come down to.
Coach, away from the field, CJ is going to take the first shot tonight over between the Rockets. You made yours. Are you going to put any pressure on him?
Oh, yeah, put the pressure on and tell him Coach dropped it. That's a lot of practice. My wife helped me out a lot there.
You guys good?
All right, thank you guys.
Coach.